Welcome back my YouTube channel Old Coins Collection, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, their history, and the incredible stories they carry. Today we're going to talk about a particular coin that might just change how you view your old collection, the 1991 South Africa 2-cent coin. This small, seemingly ordinary coin is now worth a jaw-dropping $3 million. But how did this coin go from being a humble piece of currency to one of the most expensive coins in the world? Well, stick with me for the next 20 minutes as we unravel this incredible story. Let's start with the basics. The 1991 South Africa 2-cent coin is part of a series of coins that were issued as part of South Africa's currency system. South Africa was using a decimal system for its currency, and the 2-cent coin was a key part of that lineup. It's made of bronze and features a beautiful design. On the obverse side, we see the effigy of the then President F.W. de Klerk, who was in office from 1989 to 1994. On the reverse side, there's a lovely depiction of a protea flower, South Africa's national flower. These coins were meant to be everyday currency for the citizens of South Africa. You could use them to buy small items, and they weren't anything special at the time. However, with time, some coins from this era would go on to become very rare and valuable. This 1991 coin being a perfect example. So, you might be wondering, why on earth is this 1991 coin worth $3 million? Well, let's break it down. In 1991, South Africa minted a limited number of 2-cent coins, but most of them were quickly withdrawn from circulation after just a few years. The rare coin in question is one of the few surviving specimens that remained uncirculated and in pristine condition. Now, here's the real kicker. The 1991 South Africa 2-cent coin, which is considered to be the rarest of its kind, was accidentally misstruck during the minting process. This rare coin features a mistake, an off-center strike that gives it a unique appearance. These types of errors are what collectors love, as they're incredibly rare and impossible to replicate. In addition to the misstrike, the coin is also a part of a very specific series. The limited number of coins with these unique errors makes them incredibly valuable. So, when a pristine version of this coin was auctioned, it fetched an unbelievable $3 million. To fully appreciate the value of this coin, it's important to understand the history of South African coinage. South Africa, being a country with a rich cultural heritage, has gone through several changes in its monetary system over the years. The South African rand was introduced in 1961, replacing the South African pound. In the early 90s, the country was undergoing a period of immense political change, with the end of apartheid looming on the horizon. The 1991 2-cent coin was struck during this period, right before South Africa entered a new era of democracy. The end of apartheid and the release of Nelson Mandela in 1990 meant that the country was poised for change, both politically and economically. The fact that such a small coin was produced during this transitional period gives it a certain historical significance. That's why collectors are so eager to get their hands on it. It's a piece of history that represents a major turning point for the country. Now, let's talk about rarity. When it comes to rare coins, there are three main factors that contribute to their value: the number of coins minted, the condition they are in, and any errors or unique features they might have. The 1991 South Africa 2-cent coin stands out for all three reasons. Only a limited number of these coins were ever produced, and most of them were either destroyed or taken out of circulation. Very few have survived, and the ones that have are in mint condition, making them highly coveted by collectors worldwide. So, how did this coin go from being a simple piece of change to a multi-million-dollar treasure? In 2008, the coin was discovered by a South African numismatist who recognized its rarity and unique error. It was sold in a high-profile auction in London, and the rest, as they say, is history. The bidding was fierce, with collectors from all over the world trying to claim the coin for themselves. The price quickly skyrocketed, and it eventually sold for $3 million, making it one of the highest prices ever paid for a 2-cent coin.so. How can you identify rare coins like this in your own collection? Well, first and foremost, always look for minting errors. Misstrikes, off-center coins, or coins with unusual features can be worth a lot more than regular ones. Also, pay attention to the condition of the coin. The better the condition, the more valuable it will be. Another important factor is rarity. If a coin was minted in limited numbers or during a unique historical period, it could increase its value over time. So, there you have it. The incredible story of a 1991 South Africa 2-cent coin and its rise to a mind-blowing value of $3 million. This coin is a perfect example of how something small can carry an enormous story. The 1-cent coin from South Africa, minted in 1985, which has been known to sell for up to $2 million if you're a collector, a history enthusiast, or just someone curious about the incredible world of numismatics. This is going to be an exciting journey. So, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss out on these fascinating stories and rare finds. Before we talk about this super rare 1985 coin, let's take a moment to understand the context of South Africa's currency during the 1980s. South Africa, in the 1980s, was still under apartheid rule, a period of great political tension and change. During this time, the South African Reserve Bank minted coins that were used in daily transactions, but some of these coins turned out to be far more valuable than anyone ever expected. The coin we're focusing on today, the 1-cent coin from 1985, is part of the Rand series. The South African Rand had been introduced in 1961, replacing the South African pound, and its coinage has been subject to changes over the years. But the 1-cent coin from 1985? That one's really special. Now let's talk about the design of this coin. The 1-cent 1985 coin has some key features that make it stand out. On the obverse, you'll find the traditional image of a South African springbok, a symbol of strength and agility. This symbol was used on various South African coins, and it remains one of the country's most iconic animal emblems. That on the reverse side, you'll find the coin's value, 1 cent, along with the date of minting, 1985. Simple and straightforward, but nothing too flashy. However, the real intrigue comes when you take into account that this particular coin, in rare instances, has been known to fetch mind-boggling prices at auctions. But what makes the 1985 1 cent so rare and valuable? We'll dive into that next. Let's get to the juicy part. How did this 1 cent coin go from a regular circulation coin to a potential $2 million treasure? Well, there's an interesting twist to the story. You see, in 1985, South Africa was going through some economic challenges, and production errors were more common than you might think. Some of the 1 cent coins minted that year were struck with a minor but important error, a slight misalignment during the production process that made them incredibly rare. These coins didn't just get tossed into circulation with the usual millions of other 1 cent pieces. No, they ended up being a rare anomaly. And over the years, collectors realized just how unique they were. Some of these coins, especially in mint condition, have been sold at auctions for up to $2 million. Rarity is a key factor in determining the value of any coin. In fact, the rarer the coin, the more valuable it becomes. But it's not just about rarity. Condition matters too. A 1 cent coin from 1985 in mint condition, with no wear, scratches, or discoloration, is worth far more than one that has been heavily circulated. Coins like these often fetch astronomical prices because collectors and investors alike are willing to pay top dollar for a perfectly preserved piece of history that if you're lucky enough to find a 1985 1 cent coin in your collection. Here's a tip. Make sure it's properly graded by a certified numismatic grading service. Coins graded in higher categories like MS 65 or better can be worth a small fortune. So, what can we learn from this 1 cent 1985 coin story? First and foremost, it's a reminder that the world of coin collecting can be full of surprises. If you're a collector, Always keep an eye out for those rare minting errors, unique designs, and rare years that could skyrocket in value. A lot of collectors start by picking up coins they find in their pocket change, but some go on to become very knowledgeable about the history and rarity of specific coins. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or just getting started, here are a few tips. 1. Study different coins. Get to know the history behind various coin series. Point 2. Pay attention to mint marks. These small details can make all the difference. Point 3. Buy from trusted sources. Be cautious when buying rare coins. Make sure you're dealing with reputable sellers. Point 4. Keep your coins in good condition. Invest in protective cases or holders to keep them in top shape. So, there you have it. The fascinating story of the 1-cent 1985 South Africa coin that has been known to fetch up to $2 million. It's a perfect example of how history, rarity, and a little bit of luck can create some of the most valuable treasures in the world of numismatics. That if you enjoyed today's deep dive into this incredible coin, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below telling me if you have any rare coins in your collection. Also, share this video with fellow coin collectors and history. 1993 South African coin. This seemingly small coin holds a story that spans decades of South African history, changing political landscapes and shifts in the economy. You're about to discover why this little coin could be worth up to millions, and what makes it truly unique. So grab your magnifying glass, and let's embark on this numismatic journey together. Let's start by taking a good look at the coin itself. The 5-cent coin from 1993. Issued by the South African Reserve Bank, is made of cupronickel and has a diameter of 17.9 millimeters. It's light, just 2.5 grams, but don't let its size fool you. This coin has a history packed with significance. The obverse of the coin features the image of the iconic springbok antelope. This animal has been a symbol of South Africa's national pride for decades. On the reverse side, we see the year 1993 and the denomination of the coin, 5 cents, inscribed along with the South African coat of arms in a slightly modified design from the earlier coinage. The year 1993 is pivotal in South African history, marking the end of apartheid and the beginning of a new era of democracy. To truly understand the value of the 5 cents 1993 coin, we need to take a look at South Africa's political climate in the early 90s. The year 1993 was a watershed moment for the country. Nelson Mandela, after being released from prison in 1990, had begun negotiating the end of apartheid. In fact, 1993 was the year that Nelson Mandela and then President F.W. de Klerk were jointly awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for their efforts in bringing about peaceful democratic reforms. The 1993 coin symbolizes this crucial transition from apartheid to a more inclusive society. The changes were not just political, but cultural and economic as well. The South African economy was experiencing dramatic shifts as the country prepared for its first democratic elections in 1994. This coin, alongside others minted during this time, represents a country in transformation. Before 1993, the 5 cents coin featured a different design. For decades, the coin displayed the image of a crowned springbok, but in 1993, this was modified. The design team made subtle changes to the motif, adjusting the coat of arms, incorporating both the old and new symbols of South Africa's identity, blending history with progress. These changes, though small, signal a profound shift in the country's identity. As you can see, this coin reflects a combination of continuity and change. Now let's talk about the minting of this coin. The 1993 5 cents coin was minted in large numbers, but there are certain factors that affect its rarity. A significant number of these coins were produced, but it's the condition of the coin that determines its value. Coins that have been kept in pristine condition, free from scratches or wear, are much more sought after by collectors. However, there's one more factor that elevates the value of this coin: its limited edition status. The 1993 South Africa 5 cents coin was part of a transition in South African coinage, and thus, It stands as a reminder of a unique historical moment. Some rare variations of the coin, for instance, certain error coins, can fetch astronomical prices in auctions. Now, here's where things get really interesting. You may have heard rumors or seen headlines about a 5-cent coin from 1993 that sold for millions. Yes, it's true. Some extremely rare variants of this coin have indeed fetched incredible prices at auctions, but these are very specific examples. These rare coins might have unique errors, such as misstruck minting or even limited runs that were never released into circulation. Some of these error coins can be worth anywhere from tens of thousands to, yes, even millions of dollars. But don't go rushing to check your pockets just yet. It's essential to know what you're looking for. Let's go deeper into how these error coins come about. Let's talk about how you can identify rare variants of the 1993 5-cent coin. Collectors often look for specific characteristics or mistakes made during the minting process. Here are a few things to look out for. 1. Off-center strikes. These coins were not properly aligned during the minting process, and the design appears to be off-center. 2. Die errors. Sometimes, the engraving dies used to stamp the coins wear out, causing mistakes like doubled lettering or missing design elements. 3. Unusual textures. If the coin has a different finish or looks strangely polished, it could indicate a unique error. 4. Mint marks. Certain coins may have mint marks that differentiate them from others made in different locations, that if you find a coin with any of these characteristics, it's worth getting it appraised by a professional numismatist. Now, let's dive into the coin market. You might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these million-dollar coins? The truth is, rare coin values are not fixed, and they can fluctuate based on market trends, demand, and the specific rarity of the coin. For example, in 2020, a 1993 5-cent error coin with a significant die flaw fetched over $100,000 at auction. While not all 1993 coins are worth that much, knowing how to properly evaluate the condition and rarity of your coin is key to understanding its market value. So, what do you think about the 1993 South Africa 5-cent coin? From its role in South Africa's transition to democracy to the potential of finding a rare error coin worth millions, this small piece of metal tells a powerful story. As a collector, there's always more to discover in the world of old coins. And today, we've just scratched the surface. That if you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of rare coins. And if you happen to own a 1993 South African 5-cent coin, I'd love to hear your thoughts or see your collection. Drop a comment down below. And until next time, keep collecting and keep exploring the history behind every coin. Thanks for watching. And remember, each coin has a story and each collection is part of history. See you in the next video.